No, I don't know about it. I saw it on television this morning. I'm not a fan of John Bolton. He's a real sort of a lowlife.
Boom! This is Ron Paul levels of happening, and holy balls, are we going to have a good live show for you tonight. 4:30 Pacific time. Check the description box and the pinned comment down below for the link. We'll have a lot more to talk about as this is unfolding right now. John Bolton. Raid his house and raid that ridiculous mustachio. The only person who's allowed to have a mustachio like that is Tom Selleck, and you better be Magna Pia. But no, this goofball over here is an insane war whore. Hasn't met a war that he didn't want to get us involved in. This guy wants us fighting in Madagascar. I'm like, what? I don't care. I want a war. I want a war. I make a lot of money off of war. Well, he just got his house raided at the peak dawn of the morning. Look at this. Look at essays. Anybody notice? Here you got a perpetual Abe public servant. Perpetual war pig public servant. He got a gigantic mansion. Look at this. His pool house is bigger than my house. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. His driveway. Look at this. You can land a plane on that thing. Public servant, boys. Public servant. Public servant. Vile public servant. This is Eric over here breaking federal agents. By the way, everybody uses it. Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Breaking news. Rat in Subway found with a slice of pizza. No. When you start getting war pigs from the deep state raided, now you can use breaking. Now you're allowed to. That's the only time that's allowed. Federal agents are right meow in John Bolton's home, quote, going through things. Following an early morning FBI raid in the D.C. area over national security concerns. This is one of those white libs that's like, oh my God, we don't need more police in D.C. Leave D.C. alone. Yeah, dude, you live in a multi-millionaire area. You live in a gated community. Look at this. This is the type of person, oh my God, Stop all the stopping of carjackings. No, fool. Anyway, everybody on the left-hand side, by the way, of course, like clockwork, like a Swatch watch in a toilet, in a porta-potty toilet. This is going to be great. Again, tonight you got to show up. We're just going to have an epic ton of left-wing salt crying over this. This is what fascism looks like. This is exactly how Hitler started. Oh my God, this is an autocracy. You guys were totally... You guys... Do you even know what position John Bolton held? What? Huh? He was like an ambassador. I mean, his last position, he was an ambassador. So we raided an ambassador's house. You guys raided Donald Trump's house. He was running for president. He was an ex-president running for the presidency, and you raided his house. You think that we are going to give a shit about your cries of fascism? Shut up, you morons. Donald Trump came out and he said, I don't know what's going on. That's stupid, by the way. Trump come out and go, yeah, I know they raided his house. Yeah, I knew they were going to raid his house. Yeah, he's an asshole. Yeah. But of course, he's got to play like he does. Dude, they're going to call you a fascist. They're going to call you a dictator. They're going to say this is political retribution. Right? They're going to say that no matter what. So you might as well just come out and go, of course, yeah. Yeah, they said, listen, we've got a case that we're building against John Bolton. We've got a federal judge that signed off on a raid. And they briefed me because they knew that, you know, the minute his house gets raided, you dumb assholes are all going to claim that this is some sort of political retribution, when in reality, he's just a criminal, allegedly, of course. That nobody was above the law. Nobody was above the law. Hey, remember also when you raided my boy Roger Stone? Look at this. Roger Stone did nothing right. Roger Stone got raided. I don't know if he wasn't wearing a shirt, and he's like, hey, let me put a shirt on. And he picked that one, but Roger Stone did nothing wrong. No. You guys raided moms. The FBI kicked down doors. If you walk through that Capitol, if you were on the lawn of the Capitol, if if you don't want child porn in your elementary school library. Yeah, you guys all got raided. Yeah. Tulsi Gabbard was on a terror watch list. Yeah, you guys were all fine with that. There was no weaponization of the DOJ. When all of this was happening, Dr. Peter Navarro arrested, Steve Bannon arrested. You guys put those people in prison. You put Donald Trump's campaign people in prison. You try to put Donald Trump in prison. Your cries of "re" are only going to be met with us mocking, you idiots. Also, the daylight raid of Roger Stone was mirrored with the daylight raid of John Bolton, and oddly enough, CNN was able to cover this. CNN was tipped off, right? CNN was there at the bright early morning of Roger Stone's raid, and guess who was at John Bolton's house? Apparently, just getting the tip. George Conway was there. 5 a.m. at John Bolton's house. That's weird. That's a weird thing. Huh. Anyway, I'm sure John Bolton's wife and kids probably don't have any questions about Uncle George there in the morning. And he spent the night, I'll bet. But there you have it. Wild news. They're saying there's going to be more raids. Man, we might get more raids between now and tonight's live stream. So again, 4:30 Pacific. Come check it out. It'll be in the description box in the pinned comment below, because there's going to be a lot of news on a Friday night, Abe. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Support the channel. You'll be kept up to date on the happenings. Hit that subscribe button and make way, because the salt must flow.